Right, so I'm going to record this lesson just in case your parents want to see it. And then we will be able to show them. So the first thing I want to know from both of you, remember, just put your hand up or use one of your emojis to answer. What is debating? Why do we do debating? What is it? Yes, Tom.
Debating is discussing, consider, or argue about something.
All
Like
right.
two teams. One is on the positive side and the other is on the negative side.
All right, so I agree with you. It's always when we are arguing or discussing an issue. I like to call the issue a topic. And we do have a positive and a negative. And some people call them affirmative topics. Because of the nature or the topics that we use, generally I don't refer to them too much about a positive or a negative topic, because sometimes the negative topic is actually quite a good topic to discuss. So we change the words, but there's always an opposing view. Opposing view means somebody that is for or somebody that is against. All right. Why do you think we learn debating? Why is debating important to learn? Why is it something you think your parents want you to do? Yes, Tom?
That is to debate and help other people or make others and help others understand why is it needed and why it is not.
All right. So what we're going to do is, in my lessons, the first 10 minutes of the lesson, I teach what we call skills training. Skills training is teaching you how to improve your debating. So for 10 minutes, we do skills training, and for 20 minutes, we actually do the debating. All right. The reason that we do things called or do debating is because it teaches us things that help us at school, but will also help us one day when we leave school. So, for example, debating, we need to work quickly because we are asking each other questions. Somebody is presenting a topic, and then the other person is going, I disagree with you, and giving a reason. To be able to do that, we need to think quickly. And if you learn how to think quickly, it actually helps you at school, in your exams, in the classroom, if the teacher is asking you, as well as when you are talking to other people, because your brain gets used to thinking quickly. All right. So that's one thing that debating teaches us. We also have to do research with debating. We've got to go and look and see. We've got to look for those reasons. Why is my topic better than my opposition's topic? What do other people think? And you write down all these reasons. So because you are doing research, it also teaches you how to find information. And that's very important because we always look for information from when we are young right until we are old. Everybody uses Google. Everybody asks people their opinions. So that's another thing that debating teaches us. It gives us more knowledge and it helps us to find more knowledge. All right, any questions? Right, so just quickly before we start, I want to just tell you there are two different kinds of debating, and we will continue to learn about the different types. But in the online debating that you are going to do with me, instead of having teams, we have only got two people, okay? One will be for and one will be against, and we'll keep changing them. Because we only have one person each and not a team, I change our online debating a little bit. I don't ask you to find 3 reasons or arguments. We just do one argument at a time. So, for example, Say our topic is dogs are better than cats. All right, then I will say to the person that is talking about dogs, what is your reason that dogs are better than cats? And we will give the reason. And then the other person can say, but I disagree with you, and then give the reason for the disagreement. That is what I call online debating. It's short and we move from each other a lot. Formal debating is the debating that we do at school and the debating that we often see online. It has 2 teams and there are 3 students in each team. And that is a much longer debate because each student can only talk once, but they give 3 reasons. So that's the big difference. Formal debating, you only talk once, but you give 3 reasons. Online debating, you talk a lot when it is your turn and we move between the 2. All right. But you must remember the debating is the same. So whichever debating we are doing, we are teaching you new things. Understood? Do you guys understand? Yes?
Yes.
Good, right. Last one. There are 3 words that we use a lot in debating. Tom, what is an argument?
An argument is when you argue with someone or when someone disagrees.
All right, no. An argument is the reason that you give for your topic being good. Why are dogs better than cats? Because dogs can make very good watchdogs. That is an argument. It is a reason. A rebuttal is when you disagree with somebody. So in other words, I would say, I disagree that dogs are better than cats. I think cats are better than dogs because cats you do not need to look after, whereas dogs you have to actually look after them. Cats find their own food, dogs wait for you. So an argument is giving a reason for your idea. A rebuttal is when you are disagreeing with your opponent. What is an opponent? Hang on.
Opponent is
An opponent is the other person. Okay, opponent, opposition. That means the other person that you are debating with. So Tom will be your opponent, and Tom, Hangen will be your opponent. And those are the 3 main words that we use when we are debating. Arguments, rebuttals, opponents. And if you forget them, don't worry, because we're going to use them each week and then you will get used to them. All right. Understood?
Yes.
Right. Hang on, you understand?
yes.
All right. So what I want to ask you now, have you been given a topic? Have you prepared for a topic for today?
Yes, I have.
All right. What is your topic called?
It is school uniforms.
School uniforms, if they are good or bad, or if we must wear them or not.
I think is we shouldn't wear uniforms.
All right. You shouldn't or we should?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't. All right. And Tom, what have you prepared? Has somebody given you something to prepare?
My teacher tells my other teacher gives me that
Did she also say about school uniforms? Did she also give you school uniforms? No. Yes. No. Tom?
I think yes.
You think yes. All right. So today we are going to just spend a little bit of, we're not going to spend a long time debating. We're going to spend a little bit of time debating. And then I'm going to give you a new topic for next week, and that is the one that you are going to research. Let me quickly show you the topics so that you can tell me if you think they are good. These are my topics, okay? Should students wear school uniforms? One person. Or should students wear home clothes? That's the other person. So that's what we're going to do this week. Tom, have you done any research?
Yes, a bit.
All right. So then, and which one did you do research for? The home clothes? Tom, which research did you do? Hangan said she does school uniforms. Did you do home clothes?
No.
What did you do? Also school uniforms. All right, never mind. We're going to, I will debate with you, so we'll sort it out. So let me show you next week what we are going to do next week, and then we'll start the debate. Okay? Next week, your topic is it better to grow up in the city or in the country? All right, so that's going to be your topic for next week's debate, all right?
Yes.
Understood?
Okay.
Right, so
Yeah.
Hangan, I'm going to make, you must tell me why it is better to grow up in the city. And Tom, you must tell me why it's better to grow up in the country. All right, and I want you to get at least 3 reasons of your topic. All right, if you can get more, it's better. When you are looking for research, remember what your opponent is going to say. So look for some information also what your opponent is arguing so that you can rebut. All right. So don't just do your topic. Also think about, Hangan's going to tell me all these reasons why it's good to be in the city. How am I going to say I disagree? So you must look for information on both the topics to help you with your rebuttals. Understood?
Yes.
And you, Hangan, you understand?
Yes.
All right, so let's see. We're going back to our one for today. Should students wear school uniforms? All right, so Hangan, you say to me you have prepared for that one, correct?
Yes.
And you say they should not wear school uniforms, correct?
Yes.
All right, and Tom, you say they must wear school uniforms, correct?
Yes.
All right. So usually to start with, we always let the person who is on the yes side, okay, the positive side or the agree side, we usually let them go first. So let me explain to you what we do in a debate. We always start by saying our name. Hi, I'm Teacher Joe. And my topic today is, should students wear school uniforms? Okay, because that's my topic. You don't talk about the other person's topic. You don't say, should or should not students wear school uniforms. You only talk about your topic. So I'm Teacher Joe, and my topic today is, should students wear school uniforms? My reason about being yes is, and then I give my reason. Understood? Right, let's give it a go. Right, so Tom, you are starting because you are 4. Yes, they must. Let's hear.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk about why students must wear school uniforms. It can lessen the stress of worrying about the outer appearance and support of the attention of the students focus on the studies. In the long run, changing over to school uniforms will be beneficial and help the education system. Also, school uniforms help students be nice to other teachers, which school said that if we wear school uniforms, it will be nice, meaning you are good.
All right, so I'm going to just stop you there, Tom, because remember I said we only do one reason at a time. If we do many reasons and there are only two of us, it's difficult to remember all the reasons. Okay, so let me look at your reasons. The first thing I want both of you to do is when you find your research online, read it and then write the notes in your own words. It is very difficult to read off the internet something that somebody else is saying. So read it, but then you write it in your own words. So I'm going to help you, Tom, and I'm just going to choose one of your reasons. Hang on, Tom said he thinks students should wear school uniforms because it makes it easier and cheaper to wear the same clothes every day in a uniform instead of choosing more clothes out of your cupboard. Is that correct, Tom? Was that one of your reasons?
I think no. I said school uniforms promote a sense of discipline and order. And when everyone is dressed the same way, it is easier to identify who belongs on the campus and who does not.
All right, so that's better. Remember, it's not discipline, it's discipline. Do you know what discipline means?
No.
Okay, discipline means if you are wearing your school uniform and the people can see what school you are at, or the teachers come onto the field and they can see that the children on the playground belong to the school, then if you are doing something bad or something naughty, they can call you and say, you are not allowed to do that. All right, that is discipline. Discipline is making sure that somebody is doing the right thing and not the wrong thing. So what you are saying is if you wear a uniform, it is easy to identify you, and that helps teachers keep the discipline of the children at school because they can see who the children are that belong to the school and they are behaving correctly. Understood?
Yes.
All right. So what do you think about that? Hang on. Do you think he's right or?
I think he is wrong.
All right. Why do you disagree with him? For what reason?
Because paying for uniform is unfair. Uniform are a type of censorship because students cannot wear the clothes they want. Students should be allowed to express themselves with their clothing and will help them show their identity.
All right, that's very good. So you are saying you disagree with Tom because number one, clothes give you your identity and a uniform at school doesn't because it's the uniform from the school. Secondly, it allows you a certain amount of freedom. All right.
Yeah.
And then you can also choose what clothes you feel like wearing when you feel like wearing them. All right, Tom, what do you think of that? What do you think of her idea? Do you agree or disagree?
I think I disagree.
Why?
Because school uniforms keep students focused on their education, not their clothes. The national Association of the Secondary School Principals states, when all students are wearing the same outfit, they are less concerned about how they look and how they fit in with their peers.
All right, that's a very good point. All right, so you adding the little bit that you read, we call that evidence. And evidence is a very good thing to have in debates because you can't argue against evidence. It's usually something that has been researched. So very good point. All right, so Tom says, and there's evidence that he quoted, that when children wear a school uniform, there is a certain level of discipline. What do you think of that, Hangun?
I disagree because uniforms are also too expensive. One uniform costs a couple of $100. Some family cannot pay this much money for clothes.
That's a very good point. What do you think of that, Tom?
I disagree.
Why?
Because, however, the biggest issue of the school uniforms has been addressed so far that they don't cause discomfort and sometimes bring students together, mentally and physically.
All right, so just stop there. I'm now going to use this as an example. When we disagree, okay, we need to give a reason why we are disagreeing with what somebody has said. So just remember, Hangun said she disagrees with you because school uniforms cost a lot of money, and there are some people that don't have the money. So Tom, your argument, you must then look for some information that deals with the money aspect. Because remember, you are listening to her and you are now trying to change what she has said so that it sounds better for you. So that is why we've got to listen to what our opposition says. And we must argue with their point. We mustn't give a new point. We must argue their point. Remember, most debates have either got a judge that is listening to the debate and she's giving you marks, or you have an audience. And at the end of the debate, they ask the audience to choose which person they think have debated the best. So you always want to disagree with your opponent and to give a better reason. So if she has spoken about something being expensive, you need to give a reason that deals with the cost. Even if you say, but schools help subsidize, which means they pay towards most uniforms if a student hasn't got the money, then you are giving a reason why her argument about the money is actually not so strong, because that's how schools do. They help the children who can't pay for the uniform. So just remember that with your rebuttals. You are trying to tell somebody why their argument, their point, is not right. You disagree. And to do that, you must give a better argument. Understood?
Yes.
Right, understood. Hung?
Yes.
Hang on. All right. That way you will make the audience think, oh, but that's a good idea. That's a good rebuttal. I will still vote for that person. And that is the reason why in debating, it's so important to do research, because you want as many ideas and reasons that you can to be able to rebut, as well as to give reasons, arguments why your idea is better. All right. But guys, that's an excellent start. I'm very impressed. Well done. I think we are going to have lots of fun in debate class. So to both of you, very good. All right. Teacher Tran is now going to help you find a few more arguments for the country and the city debate. And as we get used to debating, we will then, if I see the topics are a little bit easy for you, then we'll add a little bit more, a few more difficult topics just to help you. All right. Right, great,
Yes.
guys. Thanks, Teacher Tran. Nice to meet you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.